Alrighty, my lovelies, as promised, Game of Thrones hair today. There's actually quite a few hairstyles that we'll be doing, you know, the next couple of weeks, or couple of months, you know, depending how many I get done. But the first one we're gonna do is actually probably one of the easiest ones that I've seen on the show. The character is Cersei Lannister. So she kind of has blonde waves, which I identify with, even though she's pretty much evil. So, I know, let's pick the evil one and do her hair first. But it's very, very simple, and I figure we'll start with one of the easiest hairstyles on the show first. I am beginning with my hair having been braided overnight in Dutch braids, and for all of today, quite frankly, just so I didn't have to mess with it. So we will get braid waves. I did not curl the ends because hers are not curled. She has kind of spaghetti looking ends, so we're gonna go with those. Trying to stay true to it. So yeah, so you'll need some waves to start. You can totally do this on straight hair, but it looks pretty with wavy, so that's what we're going with. Yeah, we'll be doing other ones, of course. But like I said, we might as well start with the easy one, and this one is really, really easy. The only things you're actually going to have to learn how to do is rope braid, which most of you, if you've been following me for any length of time, already got the rope braid down pat, so that is not a problem. Yeah, you will need to know how to rope braid, and you are going to need some of these little clear hair ties. And I know some of you have expressed some misgivings about the clear hair ties, and the fact that they seem to snap on you. So here are two things. Number one, you're only going to get one use out of them because they will stretch out. And number two, don't make it so tight. You only need to put it on, twist, and wrap it one more time and it holds. I mean, that's it. You don't have to like torque it down. They are kind of fragile. I mean, they're really, really just cheap little silicone plasticky things, so yeah. So one turn and you only get to use it once. If you remember that, I think you will have an okay time. So, as you can see, we are rocking some major braid waves. Ta-da! And like I said, simple style. So, since I was already braided, I'm already split down the middle, which is pretty groovy. I guess I'll start with this side so you can see. We're going to start up towards the top, take out about this much hair, and we're going to rope braid it, which is just split it into two. Now, this is how I go about mine. Since I am going to take the back section and come over the front, I'm going to twist initially in this direction. Back away, like so. Oh, and incidentally, if you have taken your hair down from braid waves, don't brush it. You just end up ruining your wave pattern. Yeah, you don't want to do that. So just kind of finger comb through it. So we are going to do rope braid, little rope braid. As you can see, it's not big, and you don't need to braid all the way down. You just need the rope braid to reach the back center portion of your head, which means we are occasionally going to see, I'm not quite there yet, we are occasionally going to check to make sure we've got it where it's supposed to be. Okay. That should give us enough inches. Yep, and that feels like the center. So, tie it off right there. Which is why we're using the little clear ties, because then you won't really see it in your hair. I'm sure you could clip it off, and then when we braid the other side, then you can braid it together so you'd have no ties. But quite frankly, guys, this is just way easier. So anyway, there we go. Get this out of there. So you have one on this side, and we're going to do another one on this side, and then I'll be back to show you where we go from here. All right, so you should have two kind of half rope braids, and we're gonna pull them around and attach them. And I know what you're thinking, that's lame, that's not very difficult. Well, that's not the end of it, you guys, even though it's still not difficult. So yeah, you wanna pull it around right about where you've tied it off. We're gonna tie them together with another invisible band, like so. Now you want to try your hardest not to get all this hair under there, up in there, which does sometimes happen because, you know, your hair tends to love itself. So we're going to do that. Now that that's done, you probably have your bands sticking out. You can go ahead and pull those off so we don't have a ton of works all up in there. And I know it's kind of wasteful because these are now useless and you're going to have to throw them away. But you know, there are sacrifices we have to make for fabulous hair. And you know, since you get $500 for $1, this is a very small sacrifice. So let me just get that out. Alrighty, so far your hair should look like this, and by all means that can be it. You can be done. You don't have to do anything else. But like I said, we're going for the Lannister hair. So now what you want to do is we're going to do it all over again, only lower. So come up here to the front, like so, and we're going to rope braid again. Exactly the same as we did the first time, which means we are going to twist that way first. Hopefully you can see. I'm sorry, I know I watch myself in the mirror. And then this way. Now, incidentally, when you're making these rope braids, you want your backhand to be back. It will help your braid lay appropriately if you kind of braid that way. If you braid forward, like just or straight down, you'll get weird lumpies. Trust me, I know this because I have done it. So yeah, so what you want to do is we're going to do 2 more rope braids, just like the first ones, only, you know, a couple inches down on the sides. And of course you will have to measure once more to make sure that it is reaching the back middle of your head. Like this isn't even close. But what you're going to want it to end up doing is connecting with this band back here, because we're going to stick another band on top of it and tie them all together. If you'd like, you can make it a little longer so you'll have like more of a droop. I'm just going for a pretty standard droop like this, so it's time to tie it off. Although, you know, we could probably reuse those ties on these again since we're going to pull them off yet again. We'll see if we can do it without it snapping. I'm going to guess it's going to snap. Like I said, usually get one use, that's it. But we'll give it a go. Alright, I'm going to do the next one on this side, and then I'll be back to show you the finish. Back in a sec. Alrighty, we're back again for the almost done part. Okay, take your second rope braids, pull them around back, connect them up with your original rope braids, like so, and then we are going, there we go, take yet another that I just dropped, oh, and they're clear, haha. So yeah, your last hair tie, and we're going to tie them all together right here. I'll turn around and show you, because Lord knows I can't see it. So there we go. Make sure that the under part isn't getting all wrapped up. One turn, because basically we're just securing here. Alrighty. Again, once more, just making sure all those little baby hairs aren't all up in there. And there you have it. There you go. I'm going to double check, make sure it's all like even. And it is, for the most, oh, this one can go in a little more. Sticking out a little bit. So we just have to find this particular strand, perhaps like so. Okay. And to dress it all up, I'm using this hair fork that I got when I was in Vegas. It's got a little crown, as you can see, because it is Game of Thrones. There are thrones, there are usually crowns involved. So I'm just going to accentuate where they come together by dropping it right on top there, like so. Ta-da! Isn't that pretty? It's pretty. So anyways, there is your Cersei Lannister go-to hairstyle. This seems to be like her favorite for whatever reason. Or just it's the costume department's favorite. Anyways, there you go. That is our first Game of Thrones hairstyle. The next GOT hairstyle, I think we are going to do Sansa's jousting hair. Not that Sansa was jousting, but she was there when poor Sir Hugh met his demise. So yeah, I think we're gonna do that. It's pretty cool, and it'll look good for Renfairs and SEC. So anyways, so there you go for now, and the next thing up should probably be a vlog or something. Anyways, I will see you then. Have a good one. Bye.